Hey everybody, good evening, good evening. This is Spirit Journey. Yes, I haven't been on doing a live stream at this time for a long time. Yes, this is Spirit Journey, and today is April 18th, 2022, and the time is now 6:41 p.m. I hope you all had a wonderful, wonderful time. Yes, I'm in my living room. I want to talk about some really personal things. Just so I keep moving this. I want to talk about some really personal things. Um, some of it, I don't know. It might be hard for some to swallow. And part of the information I want to share, I didn't want to share, but I don't know. I use this platform also to document things. And you can't always rely on your memory, and so you put up these videos and for reference. I want to talk about three different things and try to like tie them all in together. Yes, good evening, viewer. Good evening. I hope your day is going well. Yeah, I want to try to tie in three different elements, and are there any correlation? I want to talk about this vision that I had. I think it was 2 days ago in the afternoon. Another thing I want to talk about, orbs, and I shared with you guys orbs that this camera that I have is able to record in the invisible realm. When those security cameras that uses infrared, and I captured orbs. So the dream, the vision, orbs, and I watched this program called Farsight, and they specialize at doing remote viewing. And they have, outside of their regular YouTube channel, they have a website, and it's a subscription. You pay to see some of their content. Not all the content they have on YouTube. They might show like a sneak peek on the YouTube channel, and then you go to the website and you get the subscription, monthly or yearly subscription, and you're able to see their in-depth um, findings. And so I subscribe because some of this stuff is really interesting. And their latest remote viewing, well, for those of you who don't know what remote viewing is, um, time is, time is not linear. Everything that is, that was or will be, is all present. And the mind is a supercomputer. It's a Bluetooth, so to speak, like just like people have those Bluetooths that put in their ears and they could answer their phone through an app. So your brain also is like a Bluetooth, and it picks up waves, and nothing is either things aren't things exist, and so nothing is destroyed. And so if you are like, it's like doing a meditation, but a little different from a regular meditation. This one, you have someone who writes down a series of questions, or they might want to, they might show a picture of a particular house, and they want the person to to be able to see what they, the photo that they took, or a question like uh, what was going on in 1492, in such and such location. They might give coordinates of a location, and then the remote viewer is given an envelope, and it has a series of numbers or something like the numbers represent the question, and they say, okay, remote view this, get information regarding the contents of this envelope. They don't open up the envelope, but they're able to focus energetically and connect with the question or the image that's in that envelope and give you the information pertaining to that. And so these people at Farsighted Institute that focuses on remote viewing, they remote viewed some things I thought was very interesting. They remote viewed um, this president of a particular country that's now fighting another country in Europe. I don't want to give the name of the country, but you could pretty much um, know with media who I'm referring to. But it's a country in Eastern Europe, and they attacked another Eastern European country, and so they wanted to ask about what's going on with that president's mind. Well, so that was remote viewed, and the director of that organization utilized several remote viewers to dive into that and find out what's going on. And a lot of their info, and again, the people who are remote viewing, they're not in the same room with each other. They don't, they can't influence one another. They're in separate rooms. They don't know about what each other is doing or what questions, but their findings are very similar to one another. So it seems to suggest the credibility. Again, a remote viewing is not an exact science, and it doesn't mean that what they remote viewed will come to pass, or anything. But it's very interesting. Um, but what I found interesting is different things that are being revealed. Yeah, this is a time of revelation, the revealing what's occultic. Occultic meaning those things that are hidden. Occult does not mean demons. Occult just means that which is hidden. But when something is revealed, then you see it. It comes to your awareness. And so, with that in mind, um, with this remote viewer, the orbs, and the dream that I had, I want to try to tie it all in. Just move this. Yeah, I want to just see if I could try to tie it in. um, let's see. Where do I begin now? Um, well, first of all, let me show you this picture in front of me. I have my computer on here. Okay, let me turn the camera. Okay, and I hope you guys could hear me. Yeah. Okay, what you see here, this is my computer, and the gentleman there, he's a remote viewer, and he's drawing what he saw in his remote viewing session. And this figure here is one of the people that he remote viewed. And the person's supposed to be agitated, and these little things are around his head, and you see that it's connected. Seems like a wire or something is connected inside his head. What he was sharing with that those little bubbles of these are some type of energetic beings. They're not like flesh, like humans, but it's like an energy person or something. It has a consciousness, or think of it like a ghost. I guess you could think of it like a ghost or something. but they have consciousness and they attach itself to the person, and they are very, they're not nice. And see, the guy looks kind of agitated, right? He looks kind of mean or angry. These little bubble things uh, are are bothering him, are influencing him. And then the one in the middle, this drawing here, not the person, but the drawing number C here, you see only like one little bubble person. See that little line attached to him. That one, he was saying that it wasn't affecting the individual. It's like dormant. It's attached, but it's not influencing. So that little bubble thing is just like having a ride, so to speak, just tagging along, observing, not directly influencing. Okay, and the same is for E as well. Okay, well, I think E had some info because you see his mouth look kind of sad. But yeah, these are the same type of things. And I think the reason why it came to it opened up my attention was that those little round things remind me of something, and that's this, orbs. Now this is one of the videos I made. I uploaded it last year, October. It's a compilation of orbs that I took with my camera. And at this position, you're going to see, I'm going to turn off no, I leave the audio on. Okay, I'm going to turn it on. You're going to see these little orbs. Yeah, this is position 8 minutes and 7 seconds. I'm just going to show just a few seconds of it. I'll make it bigger. Okay, so you saw that. Let me show you another picture of this. Okay, this is my channel. I want to show the thumbnail of this channel. If I can find it. Oh, okay, I don't have one. Let's see. The channel. Okay. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Yeah, the video is playing. Okay. Okay, now see there? Okay, that's actually me, little old me there. Okay, that's me, sleep, and I was asleep, and I had my camera on while I was sleeping. See that there? That is an orb. Let me show you real close. That is an orb. And as you can see, it looks like it has like a membrane, like little things on the outer edge, and then there's the edge, and then another texture inside. That's a real orb. That's not dust particles whatsoever. Yeah, my other channel name is Orb Whisperer. Okay. But as you see here, and see, this is proof. See, this is data. This is a photo that I took. Okay, I had the camera going, and then I made a copy of the, the monitor. What do you call it? A snapshot. And so, but imagine this. Now these things have consciousness, awareness. As you saw in the video, you see them, they look like it's coming in through the window. Sometimes they come through the wall or ceiling or floor. They come in for whatever reason. And so imagine that this orb was able to attach itself. See, this is some type of consciousness. See, if you watch them, and like one of the pictures I had, of videos I had, where you saw the orb, like I have three little dogs that sleep on my bed with me, and one of them, as if it went through the wall towards my dog, and then it had to make a, uh, like avoid hitting the dog and went around it, the dog. So it shows that it could see and it didn't want to go, hit the dog. So to me, these were intelligence, beings, awareness. But what if, like in that Farsight Institute, those bubbles that were bubble consciousness that were connected to those guys and influencing them? Well, what if one of these orbs were able to connect, somehow attach itself energetically? These are all energy with consciousness. Let's say somehow it was able to connect itself to my mind, wherever where the mind is. Let's say energetically it was able to connect itself with this mind and influence you, okay? You understand what I'm saying? So again, so that's me and an orb, a real life orb. And I already showed you, okay, I already showed you with the videos, the videos that I had, how they move. Okay, now going back here. Okay, this making sense? So look at this. This person, these could be something like orbs, and they could attach itself. A form of energy, right? They have, now, with this episode on Farsight, they were remote viewing to find out if anybody is influencing some of the leaders on this planet. Now, it doesn't mean that only presidents and things like that are being influenced. Your spouse could be getting influenced. Your school teacher, your best friend could be attached by these things or followed, like in this one here. They're just being followed. They're not doing anything. They're just attaching itself. What if, what I forgot, what I was, wasn't going to, I didn't know I was going to mention, but I'm thinking of it now. Remember a couple of days ago, this guy in New York City had lit a smoke bomb in the train and then shot 10 people, and they finally arrested him. Yeah, they took about 24 hours to find him, and they arrested him. What if he's being influenced by any of these little guys? These type of things. He yes, he did a rant on on YouTube or something like that. I heard it. I saw it and heard it. He's no crazier than a lot of these people on YouTube. But he did something, and what made him snap like that? So I'm wondering, could any of these things have influenced him? What about people who are what they call schizophrenic? What really is schizophrenic? Schizophrenia. I'm not a psychiatrist or psychologist or anything like that. Nothing of the sort. But I'm asking a question now. People who have these mental conditions, I just would imagine that someone who is diagnosed with that, it's what they're hearing. If what you're hearing all the time is negative, it's harassing you. And you can only take so much, just like that guy in the train who did a horrible thing in shooting people. That's horrible. It's what he did that was horrible. But there's a seems to be a breaking point. Everybody has their own breaking point. But this type of thing happened. Why is it happening? Well, guess what else? I want to show you something else with this video. Hope I can find it. They show something else here. Okay. Okay. Look at that. This is something else that he drew. Look at my pointer. Okay, I use this pointer. Okay. Okay, this man, young man, drew this. Looks like a type of dinosaur, right? It actually has a tail. Oops. He drew this because this is one of the things that he saw that is influencing these leaders, and that this they call it, I think call it what do you call it, a reptoid? What do you call it? Something like a reptoid. It's a reptile. It looked like a dinosaur there, but I saw something like this before. I know it sounds very odd, but I saw something like this. Remember a couple of videos ago, um, I shared a video, a live stream that I saw a vision with, it was about 5 men in robes, hooded robes, and the one to the far left, my far left, was wearing a red robe, hooded robe, and they had a long snout. Well, it basically looked like this. The head, it was massive, big, thick, burly torso. It was very snug fitting, and all the others wore like a dark color robe, but he was the only one wearing a red one. Well, look at that. So this remote viewer and myself saw this being. I do not do drugs. I do not drink alcohol. I'm in my sound mind. And again, this was during a meditation session when I saw this. These things exist. And this being is influencing, well, they said that it was in a spacecraft, and so he's remote viewing and he's drawing what this thing that he sees, and this dinosaur face or whatever, crocodile face, alligator face, is influencing this other alien being, and that alien being is influencing people, leaders of this planet. Wow. So you start really asking yourself, what's going on? What is going on, people? And so, what if these beings from other worlds? Yeah, I believe that there are different worlds. This physical world is not alone. It is shared by, for example, the orb world that I shared with you. And when we meditate, we alter our frequency or channel, and we can dive into other realities. And that's what's happening. And so, so something is able to influence us, the way we think, by them tapping on. Well, what if an orb or something like an orb was able to connect itself and influence you? Remember in the old television, they used to have like a person and it's like a commercial, and you had the devil and then an angel, and they both are whispering in each other's ear. What if it's nothing more than an orb? Or as we said here, these thought forms, whatever, and it can attach itself and tell you things and then have you do something. Okay? So it shows that it in itself, its power is limited. Its power is limited. It only is if gets it. It only has power when it influences your body. You have to do it, but it influences you by telling you things you don't want to hear or whatever, and it affects you, right? That's what's happening. So the dream that I had, it's a little embarrassing to me. Not dream. I didn't mean to say dream, but the vision. This occurred. I think about 2 days ago. I fell asleep after eating, and I had my computer on, and then all of a sudden, I saw something. Okay, my eyes were closed, and a vision flashed in my mind. I saw a man. I saw he looked. I only saw from behind. A very burly guy, very burly, very thick body, heavy set, but firm. He was very very wide, a very very wide back, wide the torso. It was all like one angle. He didn't have like some guys have a nice tapered waist. No, he didn't. He was the same dimensions from top to bottom, and he was standing by a wall, a plain wall. He had his hands like spread out, maybe like in a 45-degree angle, I think it was, and I think his elbows were bent, and his palms are against the wall. But this is the embarrassing part. Well, this man was completely naked, and he was doing something obscene. That's all that I will say. And it took me like when I saw the image of the guy. Yeah, he had big hands also, just a thick, he had relatively, kind of short hands, but very thick and heavy. He looked like a strong guy. He was completely naked, and I was embarrassed because he was doing something obscene, and that's all that I would say. And I got startled when I saw what he was doing, and opened up my eyes real quick. Now, I mentioned this again. I document the things that I see, because see, I want to see if you ever get to see in real life any of these things and any of these people or things, then it substantiates certain things, that certain things do exist. It's not just a made-up world. But why am I seeing these things? When I first started doing meditation in 2014, I was just seeing geometric shapes. Now I see people, places, uh, animals, and I don't know these places, I don't know these people or anything like that. But now, like now, it seems to be getting more personal, the things that I'm seeing. this program that you see here of Farsight. Let me see. Yeah, that's their. Yeah, you should see on the top farsightprime.com. Okay, it's entitled Vladimir. Oops, I shouldn't have said that word. Well, this is who they're studying. Okay, they want to know what's influencing him. So the obscene, and this organization, it seems to be getting more and more specific on the type of things that it's seeing. Now we're seeing this, we call it reptile, giant reptile, and it seems like and you know, David Icke, the researcher, remember he talked about the reptile. See, it's not just our imagination. He talked about it many years ago. And then this remote viewer, he's one of a few on this organization, and a remote view. And the consensus is this reptile type of thing seems to be in charge. And the one I saw seemed to be in charge. He was wearing red, and all the others are wearing the same color, like a dark color. So it seems like now the veil is getting thinner and thinner, and people are getting access to information. It's a time about getting to know and opening up doors and seeing what is covered up. These remote viewers are able to even ask these entities, these beings, questions. They may not get an answer, like that being is very rude, very, very mean-spirited. But it's a time of getting to know. And it seems like now the veil is getting thinner and thinner. And for whatever reason, I am seeing these things. It's not like I was watching something of that, watching something obscene, and then you have a vision of this. No, it was just a regular day. Had gone out, came back, ate, and fell asleep, and then I woke up, you know, and my computer was on. Yes, my computer. I say that about the computer because I think that these computers, you know, they're waves, and maybe you know, because these things have Bluetooth ability, and maybe the waves that are in the air, you know, your brain might be able to pick it up in certain mental states, you know, when you're in an altered state, you know, half sleep, half wake, and whatever was being played. But there's nothing like this that was being played at the time about a reptile or dragon or whatever. But in either case, that the time now, see, there's a lot of weird things going on. People's behavior, governments are acting bizarre, and some people are saying that they know their time is short. These guys, and they're trying to, for whatever reason, to influence governments and cause havoc. They want to cause havoc, and you know, I've heard of these things, these you know, these reptile people, whatever. But I just took it for my doggy. Yeah. I didn't believe that. I just took it as entertainment, you know, just people with fanciful, you know, story tellers, and then until 11:08. So I live in an apartment, and you know, when people walk by, yeah, he's a good watchdog. So yeah, I share this information because information is getting out. They know the time is short, and they're doing so much to try to destroy humanity, influence humanity. And this program, you know, Farsight, um, Institute. They're stationed in Georgia, Atlanta. I think it's Atlanta, Georgia, in the U.S. Now, um, it's it's very bizarre, but I think it's some truth in it. What else could answer why the world is acting the way it is? It's irrational. But if you have something like this creature um, influencing people, he doesn't directly do it. He's like a leader or something, and then but he has his generals and soldiers and able like and those thought forms, whatever what they're called, and have it attached to people so they can spy on you. Even in the Bible, okay, I'm sure so, some of you who watch my channel uh, may read the Bible. Isn't in the Bible they talk about like be careful what you say because someone's always listening? Well, maybe the Bible is referring to this. Okay, the orbs. You don't think they can hear? They hear everything. You saw all those orbs in that video. Let me show you again. Let me see if I can show you again. Where is that now? Where is that? Let's see. Is that something? Okay. So I'm showing you that those, let me see if I could get it just, let me see, I want to get it like a still photo. Okay, I'll turn off the sound. 12. That's not it. No. 8, I'm sorry. Trying to find the position. Yeah. Yeah, this one has a 8. I want to try to get the orbs when they're at a peak. Yeah, you got to start watching, see the Bible. Okay, I'm going to try to see, get, oops. Well, you see what I'm trying to show you. So I'm going to give it, oh, I'll just keep it like that. Okay. But so you see, these things are all over. And they seem to come out at just times like sometimes when I'm in the bathroom and I'm just about to come in the room, they come out. Or if I leave the room, then they come out. It seems like it's somehow knows something and is responding to what you're doing. You don't have to talk. It just comes out. And here I'm asleep. See, I am asleep there. So it's not because I'm doing something here. So yes, they come out even when I'm sleeping. Okay. So they come out when I'm sleeping. They come out when I leave the room or upon entering the room. But what if those orbs can attach itself to you? Or think, or like they, just like there are different types of people, there maybe there are different types of orbs. Or you can have, like you hear of this thing called astral projection. Well, what if those forms, let me show you again. Okay, that's the dinosaur. So again, what if those forms are people who can astral project? Because that dinosaur thing assigned these things to certain people, certain leaders. Okay? So I'm just trying to tie everything in. So you have hierarchies, and like in the military, hierarchies of authorities. And then these little minions here could attach itself and influence. Maybe these are people. Remember, like I heard in World War II, that particular regime, the Third Reich, had gone into, was that Thailand? No, Tibet. It went to Tibet. Well, why were these crazy people want to go to Tibet? Well, they knew the people of Tibet, the monks, did meditation, and they could get information. And so it took a lot of those guys. See, they hide that information. Don't you think maybe they want to find out how to astral project like those guys can? See, there's nothing wrong of doing certain things. It's what you do with what you do. So what if these guys could teach their armies to do remote viewing or astral projection and go to leaders around the world, or go to harass people? You heard of the targeted individuals, that community of people. They're being harassed. All these weird things that are happening to them, and they snap some of them. So people are acquiring occulted information, occulted knowledge, so that they can influence others / control others. But you also have people who use occult knowledge, like this remote viewer here, this gentleman who knows how to remote view, or people who know how to meditate. And again, my latest meditation, and it was just spontaneous. I wasn't even trying to meditate. I had just awakened, and I was just relaxing my mind. My eyes were closed, and then a vision came to my third eye, and I see this man who I don't know. It was a Caucasian man. Looked like it could have been in his 40s, doing something obscene. No one else was in the room. That's all that I say. His hands were against the wall, and he doing something obscene. And then I opened my eyes because I was just startled. But we're seeing into the veil. See, that once one door opens, it seems like a flood starts to occur. You start to see more. You're allowed to see more and more things. And I think with that, it's a responsibility that comes along with what you see. It's a responsibility. I don't want any more than I can handle. And this word is really bizarre. When I saw that man doing that thing, that's what seemed obscene to me, there are people who are doing things behind closed doors. And that's why I'm actually sharing it, to let you know that there are things that are being done behind closed doors. And those people who are spiritually inclined or sensitive enough to tap on to this. Again, I wasn't looking for that's what's so odd. I was not looking for that. But now it's getting available. Because now it's like they don't care anymore. They say, I don't care. And the veil is open. And people could see. So I guess prepare your lives. Try to live a clean life. That's what I can say. Try to live a clean life. Try to do the right thing. And be aware of what's going on around you. I mean, someday I just don't want to know. But boy, it's getting harder to just keep your head in the sand. Once you see something, you cannot unsee it. And this same organization, this gentleman here, he's a part of a larger group, and they mentioned something about they remote viewed about the election that would be coming up in 2 years, the next presidential election, and it doesn't look very good, people. Some type of um, again, they could be wrong because in many parallel situations, it doesn't mean that it has to happen, and who knows? Who knows? But something is happening. Something is happening. And I think something will happen, and that's partly why I feel like I want to leave. Yeah, it's just getting out of hand. But today I had a nice time outside. I got up early with my dogs and we went for a beautiful, beautiful walk. It was a nice, cool weather. I was dressed warm. It was fantastic. So, yes, we may not be able to change a lot of these things in politics, but you could at least take care of your health the best way you know how and get fresh air. And be kind to yourself and to be kind to others. And maybe it's that and prayer. We say pray also. I'm not a religious, I'm not into religion, but uh, prayer is prayer. Prayer is just concentrated thoughts on a particular matter that you want for it to come to fruition. You think hard enough, hey, many things could come about. So I thank you all for listening. I think I've said pretty much what I wanted to say. Yes. Um, yeah, you could learn how to meditate also. I, I'm no one special. Again, I don't do drugs or anything like that. Um, Upon awaken in the morning, or dreaming, you just keep your eyes closed. You just stay relaxed and just stare at the back of your eyelids, and boom, you'll probably see something. So yeah, yeah, there's a big world out there, and the world of television is a fake world. It's fake, and it's designed to social engineer, to cause riots and hate, sexism, racism, every type of pervert. It's there to destroy minds. So, yeah, start seeing behind the veil, just like Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. Dorothy was able to got to see beyond the veil. But the key to her freedom was within herself. It wasn't the wizard. She herself had the freedom and the power for liberation. The liberation is within you. Seek that liberation for yourself and your loved ones. Okay? I thank you all for listening. Peace, love, and joy to you all. I hope I made myself clear about try to tie in everything, the vision that I had, the orbs, this organization that you see here, Farsight, who does remote viewing, and they were showing different individuals, such as the little bubble people that you see here, like thought forms, but they can influence you, and how the orbs that I showed you, they look kind of the same, don't they? Right? And then you had that dinosaur. And I told you guys about the dinosaur that I saw. Yep, it had the robes on with the hood. Okay, yeah. It's real, people. It's real. Yep. Yeah, it's real. A lot of these things, David Icke was right. Yes, I shown that. Let me turn down the camera. Sorry. Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, those things are real, people. And it could be scary, but they're all different types of life forms. Take a microbiology class, and you're going to see that there's a whole, um, a deluge of creatures that live in the ocean. There's creatures that live up on the land, all over. They said 90%, about 90% of all life forms in the ocean are still not known. We just know a fraction. We just know a fraction of what exists. So, with that last thought, I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope I didn't frighten anybody. I was kind of nervous to discuss this because I know it sounds very bizarre, but as I showed you in my video of the orbs, there are things out there that exist, and they don't want you to know about it. Okay, that should tell you something. Why aren't they talking about it? But they want to talk about these dumb celebrities, but not want to talk about the other worlds that are with us all the time. And the Bible talks about things that seem to suggest these other beings. That's why they say, be careful what you say, because they're always there. Yeah. They're like the what called, like Agent Smiths in the movie The Matrix. They're always there. Those are because they're able to tap onto certain frequencies. That's what they're programmed to do. This is a program. Programs. And they're trying to, but they're not superior to you. They just have that program. If they were that superior to us, they wouldn't even need us and just do all the work themselves. But see, they need you because you're the physical body, and they need to interact through someone in this 3D world. They don't have that same capacity. So, oh well. So again, thank you for listening. Peace, love, joy, and harmony be unto you. And try the meditation and see what happens. And you could comment below, or you could send me an email at spiritofazalea@gmail.com and share your experience regarding this meditation technique that I've been doing since 2017. So thank you again, and have a safe night. Bye-bye.